Hello, and once again, we are live, the Modern Mystery School UK and EU podcast and YouTube channel. And today we are joined by the lovely Philip. Philip, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for the opportunity. Hopefully, I will be of a huge service to all of you.
Well, it's very exciting because this is your first time, I believe, on our podcast. So, and I want to talk to you about the Ritual Master Path because, you're a young man who is successful in business and there's so much that we can talk about, but I just wanted to throw the question directly to you. Why did you choose the Ritual Master Path in number one? And then what was the biggest revelation or the biggest benefit that you've had so far?
Yeah, good question. I can tell you, in the first place, I didn't choose. I didn't want to be a ritual master. I was, I think, a really bad student. Always people told me so many times until I then said, "All right, I will do it." So I'm like since the beginning, like my brother, I'm really thankful for him. He just pushed me, and RM1 also was. I needed to get pushed to RM1. Every like after every initiation, I was thinking, yeah, that's enough. That's enough. I have enough tools. So you should live with it first. And then, especially RM1, you get huge teachings handed down. And then I had so many questions, and the people were telling me, Philip, I cannot talk with you about it. You need to go to RM1. And it was like so much that I just decided, okay, I will go to RM1. I need this information. Otherwise, they don't talk with me anymore. Because, yeah.
So that's fun because you're an inquisitive mind. You like to know how things work. You were seeking the questions and you were like, tell me that, you've got all these questions, much like a lot of the younger generation, even the older generation. And then what happened when you went to RM1?
Yeah, RM1, what should I say? People talk about getting enlightenment and stuff like that. And Ritual Master 1 was for me like an opening. And I was, like pieces fall into place that I couldn't grasp before. I was very much in New Age stuff, believing that God is just a frequency out there and I am God. And then I thought, wait a minute, when I'm God, did I like create a world? And when I say, okay, there's another God, are there two gods? Is there a God and I'm a God also? I didn't understand. And then I sat there in class and he explained to us in a way, like how things went back in the days, and who God is, who we are in relation to him, and what is really behind the sentence, he made us in his image. What is really behind the sentence? And I just sat there and I have a lot of questions usually, and then I had no questions anymore. And it was just what a moment. I remember, and I was just asking all my questions, and then I was just saying, "Oh right, thank you. I have no questions anymore." I understood how things went, like from a conceptual place, and I felt so empowered. I felt so much, so connected, and I felt so grateful and honored, and just great. It was just good.
So that's amazing because I think what you're describing and please, it's like that. It wasn't just that maybe that intellectual information, but that shift within you, that energetic shift.
Yeah, it opened me. I felt it. I really felt it. Yeah, 100%.
Amazing. And I think that's one of the keys there that with the mystery school, especially in the Ritual Master Path, that we have those energetic shifts that are sometimes quite hard to describe, aren't they? Other people might not quite process it, but it matters to us. It really matters to us, which I've experienced as well many, many times. Can you tell us, in your everyday life, in your normal, everyday, regular life, has Ritual Master Path helped you? And if it has, in what ways do you feel it's helped you?
I mean, it's very individual and very energetic. I think energetically, and I did RM1 during Kabbalah, so I had like a little mix, huge mix. And I would think because you have that's what I was missing. You wake up. It's a wake up call in RM1. You really wake up to reality. You can after it not deny reality anymore. You know what's going on. You have no excuses anymore. You know what's going on, and you can discern better in your life. Because before arm one, I was just out in the dark. Like I couldn't explain or like why there's war, like why do people do bad things and stuff like that. And I was like really like confused. And after arm one, I was more clear, way more clear. I could discern, and I could also say no to things. I was able to say, this has nothing to do with me or with God. This is something else. I don't have to say I like it because it's something else. And before I thought everything is like in place, I need to accept everything because everything is meant to be there for us, but it's not. You learn in arm one. And so you gain only through this understanding a lot of power and clarity and discernment, and it serves you in your life because you feel empowered to say no to things where you now know you can say no, and you don't need to let everything in your life. Yeah, and not everyone is responsible in a way for how things are, like circumstantial. Yeah, so you can, of course, you should never blame things, but some things you can blame in a way that you can get yourself out of things. You don't need to accept every burden in your life. You can sometimes also say, you know what, this is not me, and I will stay away from it. Yeah.
I think that's a key point, isn't it? It's discernment. Having that discernment is life-changing, really, because, like you say, we can make these decisions much more clearly based on, this new foundation. This new foundation that we are working from, that we are now aware of, is amazing. So RM, it is a calling, and it's so interesting that you said just previously that you kind of had a bit of resistance to it, maybe. Yeah, is it so? Would you say that the resistance when you're is a good thing, or how would you describe that in the ritual master bath? Because we can get quite resistant to going to the gym, and we know going to the gym is really good for us. So can you describe that a little bit for us?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think you cannot expect something from art one. It's just a class, and people say it's amazing, but I cannot tell you why. So you always before you don't know why they're excited and why you should go there. So you cannot expect things. You don't know what happens. Yeah, and you resist growth. Of course, you resist change, and maybe I was afraid. Maybe when I go, don't change my. But actually, it's not true. I knew when I go, it will change my life. It's just resistance. It's just natural. It's just not our state. I think that's all. Sometimes it's that easy. And because you resist, you should actually go. Yeah. And of course, there's money in it, but I can tell you if money stops you, then you have other things to work on also. So you should go 100% to arm one. And I think resistance is just based on our nature, and you will find out in arm one why you resist. So that's the thing here again. Yeah.
I know. It's fun. But so now you're on the path. You're on the ritual master path. We're nearly coming to the end of our time now. But I just wanted to ask, you're on the path, and where do you see that the ritual master path can aid you in the different areas of your life? Are there different things that you see in the future for you because you've been able to walk this path of the ritual master?
Yeah, this is a great question. And I can say RM2 also was a huge step in my life. You cannot describe it to normal people who have never heard of RM or ritual master in general. And I can just say you have, after RM2 especially, also as an RM1, you have all the tools you need. All the tools you need to change your life. Of course, you need to change your life. Like nothing happens but you are able to call in energies layer for layer. In so many ways, you can really transform your life. And after RM2, I think in 1 week now and in a few weeks, I really changed many areas of my life with like the finger snips. Like it's just amazing. You have so many tools. You have no excuses anymore. I remember I have also a girlfriend. She's an RM2, and we just in one day, because we are both RM2s, just shifted our relationship massively, because we just thought, you know what, let's get rid of our problems. Give us one day. We did all our rituals. We sat down, and then boom, we just shifted the thing. It's amazing. It's incredible. You can do so many things in your life if you set things in motion, of course, and everything gets a lot easier. 100%, a lot easier.
I love that. I love that. I love that you brought up that it's so powerful relationships, because, you know, for us as ritual masters, it's really important for us to have good relationships with everybody. You know, we want peace in the world, and, you know, peace in us, and peace in our, you know, in our relationships with others is key. So, you know, if we want to build Shambhala, so thank you for bringing that to our attention. The time has whizzed by, but I hope you will join us again and discuss the many other classes that you have also been part of, and we'll get you back on the show if that's okay. And then everybody at home, if you are thinking, you know, what's this ritual master path? It sounds very intriguing. Then get in touch with your local life activation practitioner or guide. If you're not sure who that is, get in touch with me and I'll connect you, and we can help you get to the ritual master path. So thank you very much, Philip. Thank you.
Thank you.
And good night, everyone. Good night.
Good night.